mastermind.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name's ICHOR Fanboy, and welcome to a new video. I just wanted to apologize in advance in case my voice gets all congested based and it cuts out here and there. Because of that, I just had really spicy food and it had cheese in it, so I'm really congested right now. Plus, allergies are really sucky where I'm at. So that's why if I get really congested or have to stop and you get a random cut, like if you can hear my voice right now, that's why. So, I'm going to stop real quick, clear my voice, or I wanted to talk about today why I'm done with Call of Duty. I'm entirely done with Call of Duty. I'm going to get Black Ops 3, and I'm going to play it for a little bit and see if I like it, but I hated it. I played the beta, and I liked it when I was playing it on the PS4, but then I got a little bit more in depth with it, and I actually thought that it's not the worst Call of Duty, but I really miss old Call of Duties. So I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna play the story. If the story isn't good, and then I'm gonna go play the multiplayer. And if the multiplayer isn't good, I'm done with Call of Duty altogether. I mean, I'm done with Advanced Warfare now. That's probably the worst Call of Duty to date. And I'm not jumping on the whole bandwagon. In my own opinion, it's horrible. Call of Duty's already had problems with balanced weapons, and then they added variants, which I have terrible luck. So for someone like me, I have to spend hundreds of thousands, maybe even, of dollars just to get weapons that are added in the game, even though I paid like $90 for the piece of shit when it came out, because I had to buy the game, and then I had to buy the season pass, because I was like, this looks so cool, and it's horrible. I'd rather play Ghost, and a lot of people don't like Ghost, and it's not my favorite Call of Duty, but I don't think it's very bad. But I even have friends who Ghost is their most hated Call of Duty, and they would rather play Ghost than Advanced Warfare. So I've quit playing Advanced Warfare entirely. In fact, I'm going to probably sell my copies. I might keep it just because it's the collector's edition, but I hate the game so much, I'd rather just sell it and get the $20 I get for it, even though I spent like $90 on it. But I hate Advanced Warfare. Ghost wasn't very good, and in my eyes, Call of Duty's kind of been dying, and FPS's have kind of been dying more or less. Not all of them. Okay, Battlefield's amazing. I love it. Hardline was a total flop, but that doesn't matter. DICE didn't make Hardline, so we don't have to worry about that. And I still play Battlefield 4 all the time. It's my favorite video game, probably FPS-wise. If you would have asked me when Black Ops 2 was around which one was my favorite, I probably would have said Black Ops 2 or Call of Duty, but no, Call of Duty's horrible. That franchise is dying. If it's going to die, I should say, and the only reason it's still as alive as it is today is because of all the YouTubers that play it. But after seeing a lot of the YouTubers and their opinions, they've been saying that Black Ops 3 is amazing, but, you know, they all said that about Advanced Warfare, and now they're all saying that they hate Advanced Warfare and it's horrible. Or they said that with Ghost. They said Ghost is amazing, and now they all hate Ghost. So they're all just hypocrites, in my opinion, and I mean, I guess I am a hypocrite too. I thought Advanced Warfare was going to be amazing. I said it was going to be amazing, and I defended it completely because everybody was like, it's just Titanfall, which I guess now we can say that's all Black Ops 3 is. It's just Titanfall if you remove the giant robots, and there's Black Ops 3, and we all know how well Titanfall did. So maybe Black Ops 3 will be the best Call of Duty ever made, maybe it won't. Everybody loves it from the beta. I hated it. I think it sucked. I'm hoping the story's good. The story looks really good, but I'm predicting that it's going to be another Ghost or Advanced Warfare, and hopefully either this or the next game will be the death of Call of Duty. And I never thought I'd be saying hopefully for that, but the Call of Duty community is so horrible. It used to be good, and now it's full of these like 10, 11, and 12-year-old phase fanboys who sit there and tell people that they're degenerates when they're not even using the word correctly. I'll try and flash the definition on the screen, but in the sense that everybody uses degenerate, you're not using it correctly. I don't quite remember what the definition is, but I had heard a bunch of people, they called me a degenerate, and I looked it up, and technically it doesn't work in the way any of them are saying it, and then they abbreviate it and call it a degen, which is worse. So I think that community is, I'm gonna say what they would say, it's a cancer to the gaming industry, and it just needs to shut down. After playing other FPSs, I've realized how much Call of Duty is horrible and how much it doesn't take any skill. I play Battlefield and CSGO, and all of those games take skill, and I hop in Call of Duty and I can drop like 40 and 50 bombs against Master Prestiges, and I'm only like Prestige 3. It takes no skill at all. I used to defend it and say, yeah, it does. And I think on the competitive level, it takes skill. It's nowhere near the skill of CSGO. I'm horrible at CSGO, but that's because it requires so much skill. And unfortunately, I grew up with a game and playing a game that took none at all, so I didn't really develop any. Luckily, playing CSGO and playing Battlefield, I'm slowly getting better. I don't play CSGO all the time. CSGO runs circles around Call of Duty, I don't care what you say, and so does Battlefield, and I know that's been a big argument, and I know Battlefield's campaign sucks. I'm only going to buy Call of Duty now for the campaign, and if this year's campaign is like Advanced Warfare's was, where it doesn't really end on a cliffhanger, or it's just not a good campaign, and it's very bland and boring, I won't buy Call of Duty ever again, and I'm seriously contemplating buying it, playing it for a night, and if it's not even good, just getting rid of it. Call of Duty's horrible in my opinion. I know a lot of people have different opinions. I think that community is a cancer of the gaming community. I guess I could say the entire FPS community is, though, because that's kind of how the entire FPS community is. But I definitely think the Call of Duty community is the worst thing out there. There's these little kids who think they're smarter than you. They don't use words correctly. They say hateful, spiteful things that don't need to be said. And I know I sound like a hypocrite because earlier this year I was tweeting at Mitochondria hateful, spiteful things that didn't need to be said about his video game. But I've looked back at those and realized that was stupid, and I need to grow up. And I think that all you Call of Duty phase optic fanboys out there need to learn to grow up yourself. I'm done with Call of Duty. It's horrible. It's the worst game in existence, in my opinion. I'd rather play... If I had to choose a Call of Duty to play, I'd rather play Ghost over Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare. If I had to choose a video game to play over Call of Duty, I'd rather play Dora. I would rather play a Dora video game than play Call of Duty. And if you gave a Call of Duty for the rest of my life or Dora, I would play Dora, and I would be the best Dora player there's ever been. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. I know all you guys are going to be like, no, Call of Duty is amazing. I disagree with you guys after playing it for so long, and I was just like you. But I also want you guys to realize that your community is dying. It's slowly going downhill, and that's why I'm transitioning ICHOR into games that aren't Call of Duty. So Halo, Battlefield, Grand Theft Auto, CSGO, all these things, I'm going to make it so we're more focused on those because the Call of Duty community is dying. There's proof of it. It's not doing as well as it used to do, and a lot of people are hoping that Black Ops 3 will be the revival, but I don't think it will, because a lot of people also thought that Advanced Warfare would, or Ghost would, and all those games weren't very good at all. So, in my opinion, I'd leave that community if I were you. It's dying, and it needs to just be dead and be gone. Call of Duty's been going on for too long, and I think it would be better if they didn't come out with it every year. So I'm hoping that the community dies, and Activision kind of looks at it to spend more time on this and fix it and try and revive it. But I think if the Call of Duty community doesn't, or does die, Activision won't do anything about it because Activision's money whores. All they want at the end of the day is as much money from you as possible. That's why everything's DLC. That's why you can't get weapons in Advanced Warfare unless you buy supply drops, or until you get the variant and you have to earn them. But like half the crap, you don't earn advanced supply drops, you earn supply drops, and supply drops now are just so horrible that you basically have to have advanced supply drops. And I'm so thankful I've only spent money on supply drops once. I think it's ridiculous that you have to pay twice the amount of money that you're getting for supply drops. It would make sense to me if you could sell the items in the game, but since you can't, if you want 20 supply drops, you have to pay $40. I'd rather just go buy a different game than buy 20 supply drops. So that's what I'm touching on. Call of Duty's horrible. It's going to be for the rest of its entire life cycle, in my opinion. Black Ops 3 sucks. I hated the beta. It was sort of fun, sort of not. More leaning towards not. The only thing I did like about it was the specialist, but that was just because it was like cool. There's all this, they're bringing back the gore factor, and there's all these new weapons and stuff. So that was the only thing I liked about the beta. And then the community's dying, and there's proof of it in video views, sales, on people's opinions, even people saying that it's dying. And I predict that Black Ops 3 is going to be a flop, where it's going to be like Advanced Warfare and Ghost, where everybody's saying it's amazing now, but when it comes out, everybody's going to hate it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't really care. I'm just done with Call of Duty in general. I'm going to buy Black Ops 3. If I don't like it, I'm never buying COD again. Even if somebody tells me that, like, COD 4 is being remade, or they made a game that's as good as COD 4, I'm never going to buy Call of Duty again if Black Ops 3 isn't good. And based on what I played so far in the beta, it wasn't bugs or anything. I just hated it. Hated the gameplay. I thought it was the most boring thing in my life. They tried to change so many things and fit things around it, and they focused too hard on movement when they should have focused on other things. So yeah, Call of Duty's dying. I hate it. Never gonna buy it again. If you guys disagree with me, disagree. If you guys enjoyed the video though, and I know a lot of you probably won't, so dislike it, because you can. But if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button down below, and subscribe to become a fanboy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call you guys now, because, you know, I'm ICHOR fanboy, so I figured my subscriber base can be called fanboys or fangirls. It doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Peace.